profile traders, and this is the market recap for Friday the 19th. So this whole week was focused on basically what the Fed is gonna say or do, and basically what the Fed said is the same exact baloney as usual. Moderate growth, weak unemployment, optimistic on the future of the economy. QE will be ended in October. However, rates are gonna be held to zero for the foreseeable future. But to appease the other side, they also mentioned that they may take rates higher and faster than expected. Now we all know that this is a whole bunch of baloney horse crap, because the rates are going to stay at 0% pretty much forever now, because the very simple equation that if rates go up, United States cannot fulfill its debt obligations that are astronomically high. On the other hand, as they said that QE will end, market rallied. Why? Because the insiders that are the bosses of the Fed, of course, and who are the main participant in this market, know something for fact that even me sitting behind this desk knows. Even if QE ends officially, QE will never end. It will continue, but it's gonna be under the table so that you and I won't know. And what will happen, the Federal Reserve will monitor rates very closely, and if there is the slightest attempt for rates to go up, they're gonna intervene like there is no tomorrow to bring rates down. Therefore, the orgy continues. As you are denying the savers any return on their money, and at the same time you are running an unofficial 6% inflation rate, do the math. You earn zero on your cash, there is 6% inflation. That means by sitting in cash, you are losing 6% every single year of the buying power of your money. Now add to that the fact that the net income of the household is about $4,000 to $5,000 lower from the time that this silly pimp of ours took power. You are dealing with a massive, massive loss of buying power from the consumers. So what people are forced to do? Go gamble in the casino. And the gambling in the casino continues. So is this little reversal today's sign of a weakness? Of course not. Don't be surprised that they come back again on Monday and buy it like animals. Very difficult to make sense of this market. Very difficult to predict anything with it. So we're gonna give you some support resistance levels, but market being the market, I mean, it can fly through it like it didn't even exist. First level of resistance here, we are talking about 2005.50. After that, obviously this new high silliness at 2014.75. On the way down, we have support at 1994.5. Past that, we are dealing with 1998.75. And after that, we are dealing with 1933 even. 1983 even. So 3 supports, 2 resistance up there. We shall see what Monday will do. And congratulations to that little midget from Alibaba. You're a good man. Bring your Chinese company to the United States. Grab $20 billion of our savers' money and go home to China billionaire by 20 billion. Good work, my little midget. Good work. Good work. Now going back to crude. as I told you many times now, crude is completely, totally, 100% detached from fundamentals of supply and demand. It's in a hand of heavy manipulators. And the swings that we are witnessing back and forth are extraordinarily aggressive. As long as now this 90.85 holds, we still have room to go a little bit higher. If we do break that level, obviously 90 is an extraordinarily important price level, because once we drop below that, I do not know how the market will react, but it should definitely become a bit chaotic if we break below 90. If we do hold 90.84, I believe this is due for a good bounce from here. In order to see anything on the upside to gaining momentum, we need to break above 92.25. Once we break 92.25, we should go challenge 93. And before that, we have a little bit of a resistance right around 92.70. And past 93, we are looking for 93.80 up there. In terms of your support, there is really not much of a support below today's low. Let me get rid of all these lines. At 91.12, and then after that 90.80. And we have a little volume POC down there at 90.60. But as I said, it is so oversold that I would not be surprised to see $2 or $3 rally off of this very depleted price levels. As for gold, the drop continues. A lot of it had to do with option expiration of Friday. I'm sure they sold a whole bunch of calls to people right around 12.50, so they managed to crush it in order to keep all the premiums from the calls. I was reading an article that there is a literally fist fight among the very wealthy to gain and to obtain gold bullions. What you are seeing at this on the contracts at 12.70, it's absolutely zero reflection of what the real demand for gold is. If you want to go buy bullions, you can't even get them. Every single smart money out there is accumulating gold. And this whole charade of bringing it down every single day, in my opinion, is one of the most vicious market manipulation to bring it down in order to accumulate it, and then down the road in the next couple of weeks to month explode this thing on the upside. As I said, and I repeat myself, this is one of the most undervalued asset that there is out there. And let me put it this way: if you had gold during the Spanish conquering the world, you were rich. If you had gold during the British Empire, you were rich. If you had gold during Genghis Khan, you were rich. If you had gold during world wars, you were rich. If you have gold today, you are still rich. If you had toilet papers from Spain of that time, you would be left with nothing. If you had toilet papers of the British, today you would be worth nothing. If you hold the toilet paper of the US dollar today, in the next 20, 30, 40 years it will be worth nothing. If you have the toilet paper of the EU, the euro, in 20 years it will be worth nothing. Gold is gold. They can go all screw themselves, sell it as much as they want. Gold will always remain gold, and it will not change. So in my opinion, these very low levels are excellent longer term investment opportunities, especially at 12.17, when we know that the cost of extracting gold off the ground is 12.50. So I am very bullish. They can drop it all the way to 11.80. I can care less. This thing to me has tremendous upside potential off of these levels. Resistance 1, 12.20. Obviously today's low is support. After that we are talking about 12.26 and then 12.30 or 12.29. This 31 and a change, we're going to change it. Past 12.29 we are looking for 12.36.8. On the downside below 12.40 they're probably going to go challenge 1200, and after that 1180, the very low we have seen recently. I am definitely very bullish on gold, regardless of how much they're gonna make you believe it's worth nothing and every day it's gonna come down. And this BS rally of the dollar, they can take their dollar and shove it, that worthless paper garbage that we print like if it was just hot air coming off of a steam room. For euro, of course it's getting massacred, as the Scottish wanted to exit and get their independence. A lot of others will emerge. The future of the euro is very unstable, politically, socially, and economically. As a result, imagine how bad it is that they are dumping the euro to buy the toilet paper garbage of the United States. That's how sad it is. So the massacre is continuing. So far there is no sign of relief at all. We shall see how much it will go. Will it go to parity? Will it totally disappear? Nobody knows, but it's absolutely a horrible, tremendous bloodbath in that currency against the US dollar. On the daily, we should be looking at finding a little bit of a support, possibly at all these lows that we tested 3 times the last time. So right around 1.278, we should start to encounter significant support. This puppy here, the 1.278, doesn't hold. We are going straight towards 1.2. So we are getting close to very important support. We are extraordinarily oversold at these levels. It is going to be interesting to see if there will be capitulation to the downside, or it will start to build up a little bit of a groundwork support here to see a bit of an oversold bounce. No way to tell yet. Resistance 1 is at 1.2860. Resistance 2 is at 1.2885. Resistance 3 at 1.2905, and then 1.2923. On the way down, as I told you, be very careful once we're gonna reach this 1.278. So that's it for today. I will talk to you on Monday.